Right, so in the second set we have 5 small islands A, G, H, M, T which are connected by bridges. There is a figure shown and there is some condition given. So if you have gone through the condition very clearly, okay, let's take a look at it. So these are the roads which are there. So A, G, T, M, H, these are the cities or places and the distances between them is given. Okay, let's go to the first question. Two brothers Guniram, Faniram from Gappa Island want to meet their grandparents who stayed at Mappa Island. So you want to go from G to M. So let's start from G to M. Two brothers. What is the earliest you can, what is the minimum time you want? Here, instead of calculating time, I will convert my time into distance. What do I mean? If I want to go from G to M, in fact G to M, one person will go directly 5 kilometers. The other person, he has two options. He can wait for this person to cross this 5 kilometers, then he will start again in the same route, which means the first person is waiting for the entire 5 kilometers first and then he is traveling another 5 kilometers. So the time taken will be waiting time plus the traveling time. So my time I can convert into terms of distance. So instead of saying waiting time, I will say waiting distance. So if I say somebody is waiting for the other person to cross, it is, I will take the time as the distance traveled by the person who is traveling and the other person is waiting. So if I say A and B are going in the same direction, if A will go from G to M, this will take 5 by 5, 1 hour. But this 1 hour B cannot travel if he is taking the same route. So B will also wait. So instead of saying 1 hour waiting plus 5 by 5 traveling time, which is again total of 2 hours, I will directly take it as 5 kilometers waiting time plus another 5 kilometers traveling time. The total is 10. So 10 by 5 is 2. So this concept will make my calculations faster in the remaining problems. But right now we need two people to go from G to M. So first person will take the direct route. The second person should take the second smallest route. So the second smallest route, this is 6 and 2, 8. This is 4 plus 3, 7. So one person will go from G to M directly in 5 kilometers. The other person will go from G to H, H to M. So this is total 7 kilometers. Now they are two different routes, so nobody has to wait. The first person will take 1 hour and the second person will take 7 by 5, which is 1.4 hours. 1.4 hours is 1 hour 24 minutes. 1 hour 24 minutes. Now remember, the question says the time taken is called as the slowest person reaching. So the time taken is 1 hour 24 minutes. If they are starting at 11, you will be reaching at 12:24 p.m. If you are starting at 11, 12:24 p.m. that is option C. Okay. Next, three friends. Now three people, the names are unimportant. They decide to see a movie which released on Mappa Island. They are now supposed to go to M. What is the minimum time for all three friends to reach Mappa? They are staying in A. So you are supposed to go from A to M and three people. So this is the question. A to M. Okay, so let me erase this. You want to go from A to M. This is the question. And you want to find three paths simultaneously. So one obvious fastest path will be A to G, G to M. So total is 7. That is the distance traveled. So 7 by 5 time taken will be 1.4 hours. The second person, so this is the first person. The second person will go A to H, H to M. A to H, H to M. So this is 8 by 5. This is 1.5 on the 5, 5, 6 are 30, 1.6 hours. And the third person, now where should the third person go from? The third person will go from A to G, G to T, T to M. This is the best way for the third person. Right? So A to G, G to, so A to G is 2, G to T is 6, T to M is 2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 by 5, which is 2 hours. But the problem is A to G and A to G, both of them cannot travel at the same time. So then what should I do? I should make one person to wait. See, this guy can go. AHM guy can start immediately. So this guy is starting and this guy is going. He is reached. There is no problem. The other two people, one person has to start, one person has to wait. Who should start? Always keep this in mind. The best person to start would be the person who is taking higher time. So make this third guy start first. So he will go from A to G. So which means the time taken will be 2 by 5, which is 0.4 hours. These 0.4 hours, this first person will be waiting. Once the first person reaches, the third person reaches G, then the first person can start from A. And then he will go from A to G and G to M. So his 1.4 will actually become 1.8 hours total time of travel. Whereas because the third person is starting at the beginning itself, his total time will remain as 2. And the second person is coming through A, H and M, he has got no effect. He has not been affected by the other two. So he will take 1.6. So overall the highest time taken is by the third guy, which is the route AGTM, which means they will reach in 120 minutes. They will reach in 120 minutes because the two others, the first and second, will reach faster. The third will take 2 hours. So that's the reason why we'll say the answer is 2 hours. So the answer is for the next question is option B, 120. Alright, question number 9. So if you try to understand what is happening here, we are talking about this time 4 friends. Instead of 3, we have 4 friends going from A to T. So when 4 people are traveling, what is the fastest way? So A to T, that's the question. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So let me write down A to T. So let me call the friends as W, X, Y and Z. So W is the guy I'll send the fastest, the straightaway road. So what is the fastest way to go from A to T? So it is AGT, which is a total distance of 8 kilometers. Now X, so X I will send it in the second possible way, which is AHMT. So AHMT is a total of 10 kilometers and he can travel without waiting. So the whole idea here is we will try to make people wait as less as possible. So W travels first and simultaneously X starts and travels without any waiting. But now anybody else, Y and Z, they have only 2 routes to start from A and both routes are occupied at the beginning. There is no choice for them but to wait. So they will wait, but whom should they wait for? The first person or the second person? Obviously Y will go in the route of AG. Why should he take the route AG? Because when W is here, that is 2 kilometers is travelled, your X is still halfway. So this road is still closed for you. Then when Y is thinking of what to do, he will see that this road is empty. So I can start like this. So there is no time wasted for me. So that's the logic. So he has to take the third person, that is Y, will have to take the route of AG. But then will he take the same route as AGT? He cannot take the same route as AGT because when W is here, A is still waiting. When W travels 2 kilometers here, then W is here, then your A is here. Now he has to wait for 4 kilometers travel time. He has to wait for 4 kilometers travel time if he wants to take the same route. So 4 kilometers he'll have to wait, then he has to travel 6 kilometers. So that will become too lengthy. So he has one more route available for him. He can go in this road. This is empty. So instead of waiting for this road to open, he can take this 5 kilometer road and then go forward. So let's say he takes AGMT road. So AGMT total, what is happening? So let's take a look at, can he take this without any disturbance? So now the only problem will be when A, that is the third person, that is Y. So Y is traveling like this and your X is traveling like this. So this is a common route. So if somebody is on that route, the other person has to wait. So let us see, are they waiting or is it possible for them to do like this? Now when your X is traveling like this, when your X reached here, that is 4 kilometers is traveled, your Y started and reached here. Why am I saying it like that? Because remember, for the first 2 kilometers of your X, your Y was not moving at all. After that, when he is moving the last 2 kilometers, this guy also moved 2 kilometers. Now he is traveling 3 kilometers without disturbance. Okay, not 3, sorry, my bad, not 3. He is traveling 5 kilometers without disturbance. He is traveling 5 kilometers without disturbance, and this guy also is traveling 4 kilometers without disturbance, right? So who will come first to M? It will be the person X. So when person X is here, your W will be here somewhere. Not W, this is Y. Yeah, your Y will be somewhere over here, and the distance left will be 1 kilometer. Because Y is starting from here, your X is starting from here, both of them are traveling starting at the same time. This guy traveled 4, this guy has 5. So when he traveled 4, he will be 1 kilometer away because all their speeds are same. Now this guy, when he comes the last 5 kilometers, so that is when when y reaches, when y is here, when y reached here, your x will be halfway in this 2, because 1 extra kilometer, so another half kilometer, another 1 kilometer he is also traveled. Now y is waiting, y has to wait. For how long will y have to wait? He will have to wait for 1 kilometer travel time, because x is in the midway, x is here. So x will have to take this last 1 kilometer and go. So that 1 kilometer he'll have to wait. So what waiting time for your third person y is 1 kilometer waiting time plus the total time of his own travel. The total time of his own travel is 2 kilometers plus 5 plus 2. So 2 plus 5 plus 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total effectively it is 10 kilometers travel time for him. Effectively it is 10 kilometers travel time. Now we have to ask what will be the fourth person doing now. What should be the fourth person doing? Which is your Z. Where should he go from? So let's take a look at what can Z do. So we already have 3 routes covered. AG, 2 people are going. Okay. And we have one more route AH. Now if you notice, when the Z turn comes up, he kept on waiting. The first person went for 2 kilometers. Then second person traveled 2 kilometers. So he waited till 4 kilometers travel time is done. He still Z is still at upper, and in this time your x reached upper. Your x reached upper. So now basically what happens is when x reached upper, your y just reached here. Both roads are empty. Both roads are now open. Open and open. Now what is the best route for him to take? So now if you notice, if he takes this route, that is AH MT, yeah, AHMT. If he takes AHMT again, so he will totally, so now x is here, okay. If x is here, then when x is traveling and comes here, this guy, that is Z, will just reach here. Z will just reach here because the distance is same. So when x goes from Happa to Mappa, your Z goes from Appa to Happa, right? So x is here, now Z is here, so x is gone from here. So let me erase this. X is gone, Z has just reached, and your x is here. Now x is traveling 2 kilometers. When x finishes 2 kilometers, he will be here. This is 2 kilometers. Now please keep in mind that other guy was waiting. That other guy, who's the other guy here who was waiting here? It was your y. He kept waiting. Now he will start. He will start when your Z reaches this point. Because when Z reached this point, your x reached Thapa. Your x reached Thapa. So now this guy will have 2 more kilometers to go. This guy will finish your 2 kilometers and there's no waiting time required. So your Z will continue the journey. So Z will take totally first 4 hours of waiting, 4 kilometers of waiting time plus 4 plus 4 plus 2. That's 8 plus 2, 10. So this is 14 kilometers of net waiting time. So what is the highest? Highest is clearly 14. So 14 will be 14 by 5. So 5 2s are 10. 5 8s are 40. So 2 hours, and so 2 hours, 6 8s are 48 minutes. 2 hours 48 minutes. So 120 plus 48, 168 minutes. This is the total time taken. So that will be your option 1 answer. Options are not there in this. 168. Next, 5 friends from 4 different islands. So there are 2 people starting from TGHM plan on a picnic at Appa Island. They are starting from different places. So TGHM, and they all want to go to Appa. So let's do that. TGHM. Not for 5 friends. TGHM, 5 friends. So let me erase everything. So we have T, G, H and M. All of them want to go to A. 2 friends here, 1 friend here, 1 friend here and 1 friend here. So I want M to go to A. So I want M to A is one route, H to A I want one route, G to A I want one route, T to A two routes I want. So first let's take the shortest, G to A. G to A straight away 2 kilometers, no problem. Now what about H to A? H to A also, first H to A, no problem, straight away 4 kilometers simultaneously, so no waiting time. Now I want M to A. If I want M to A, so which route should we take? M to A will be MHA. Now what will happen here when the let's call this guy as person 1, let's call this person as 2. So 2 is starting from here, 1 is starting from here. When 1 comes to this position, 2 is already here. So 1 doesn't have to wait. So he will straight away travel total 8 kilometers. No travel waiting time is not required at all. Now T to A, where should this T to A person go from? T to A person can go straight away. How? It will be TGA. Now if you notice, T to G, nobody was traveling, so he doesn't have to wait. And it is 6 kilometers. By the time he reaches G, this 2 kilometers guy already reached home. There's no problem. Okay, so that is also done. So TGA, that's totally 8 kilometers total travel time. Now the second T to A person is the problem. Now you have to think, where is the second person, second TA person going to go from? Now he can't keep waiting for 6 kilometers here. So he can take TMGA as a route. When you take TMGA, what is the total distance? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 kilometers is the total distance. Okay, so let's see what will happen. He can go from T to M without waiting, 2 kilometers. Then M to G, that road is not been taken by anybody. M to G can also be taken directly, that is 5 kilometers. So total as of now, he's traveled 7 kilometers. Now let us see what happens in 7 kilometers. For who is the only person who is having a road common with him? The only person who is having a road common with him is the guy, the earlier TA guy. So by the time the second TA guy travels 7 kilometers, the first TA guy travels also the same 7 kilometers, which means he is here. 1 kilometer is done. So this is the, let's call this guy as one person, let's call this guy as second person again, just for reference. So the first person is here and the second guy has reached here. Now he has to wait. He has to wait for 1 whole kilometer. So this guy will finish the 1 kilometer, then only this guy can go. So 1 kilometer he has to wait, plus 2 kilometers he has to travel. So total time is 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers means 10 by 2, which is 10 by 2, which is 2 hours. This is the highest. So what is the question? The question says 4 friends is done. The next question. If everybody left their island either at 11 or 11 am, 5 friends, Tarun, Gopi, Hari and M. TGHM plan to picnic at find the minimum time taken in minutes. So minimum time taken in minutes we've just seen is 2 hours. 2 hours is 120. That's your option. Okay, so that's done. Right. So question number 11 is a bit more lengthy, a bit more because you have 6 people now. So let's deal with it. 6 people are starting from T. They want to go to A, starting from 8 a.m. So let's and MG is not working the day. So starting from T, you have to go to A, and this is not working. So I have, let me call the people as A, B, C, D, E and F. So you will see the routes that I am taking. The route that A will take will be T, G, A. The second person also, I'll send actually 3 people to the shortest route, TGA. Now the other 3 people, I'll send one of them as TM, H, GA and TMHA and TMHA. So let's see what happens here. Now they're starting at 8. So the first person is starting at 8. T to G. So T to G is 6 kilometers. So 6 by 5. 6 by 5 is 1.2 hours, which means it is 1 hour 12 minutes. So I'll reach at 9:12. Now G to A is 2 kilometers. So 2 kilometers is 2 by 5 into 60. So this is 12. So this is 24 minutes. So I will reach at 9:36. Now the second person cannot start from T till the first person, that is A, reached G. So the second person will start at 9:12. Now the travel time here I already noted down. It is 1 hour 12 minutes. and the remaining part is 24 minutes. So here again the travel time will not change, 1 hour 12 minutes. So this is supposed to be 10:24 minutes, and then this is going to be 24 minutes. So the second person will reach at and you can see when the first person is reaching it is 9:36, so the second person doesn't have to wait. So 10:24, 24 minutes, so it is going to be 10:48. Now the third person cannot start till the first person reach 10:24, so he'll start at 10:24 and he will take 1 hour 12 minutes. So it is going to be 11:36. Now another 24 minutes, and you can see 10:48 and 11:36, so the third person doesn't have to wait, he will reach at 12. Now let's look at the fourth person. The fourth person is taking a different route, T to M, so there is no waiting time. T to M is 2 kilometers, so 2 kilometers is 24 minutes. So starting point is 8, so I will reach at 8:24. M to G, again no waiting time, so 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers is double of 24, so 48 minutes. So 8:24, so this is going to be 48, so 24, 48, 58, 58, okay, so 48 and 24, 12, 4, 5, 6, 72, so it is 1 hour 12 minutes, so this is going to be 8:24 plus 48, so 9, how much is this, 24, so this is 60, right, 36, 12, 9, 12. Now H to G is 3 kilometers, so 3 kilometers is 12 with 3 is 36 minutes, so this is going to be 9:48. And G to A is 2 kilometers. Now please see at 9:48 already somebody is reaching at 9:36, until 10:48 nobody else is reaching G, 10:24 nobody else is reaching G, so 9:48 nobody else is at G. So this guy can straight away go for this 2 kilometers, 2 kilometers is 24 minutes, so 24 minutes is 10, so this is 12, 10, 12. Okay, so the fourth person is reaching at 10:12. Now the fifth person cannot start in this TM route till 8:24, so he is starting at 8:24. Now he will take 24 minutes, so 24 minutes, 8:24 plus 24 is 8:48, he will reach. Now he will go from M to H, so M to H travel time is 4 kilometers, 4 kilometers is 48 minutes. Now please notice, already MH route, the person is traveling, he is reaching at 9:12. So while he reached at 8:48, he will have to wait till 9:12. He's got no choice because the route is not empty. Somebody else is already traveling. So he will start at 9:12. Now he will take 48 minutes. So he will reach at 10. Now he's going to take the HA route. As of now, HA route nobody is traveling. So it's straight away 48 minutes. So he will reach at 10:48. Now the last person, T to M, he cannot start from T. Till when can he not start? Till the TM route is empty. So when is the TM route empty? It is empty at 8:48. So he can start at 8:48. And he will still take 24 minutes. So 24 minutes. So this will be, he'll be reaching at 12 plus 12. So 9:12. So he'll be reaching M at 9:12. Now he has to travel MH route. So MH route should take 48 minutes. But is it empty? No. Why is it not empty? Because the person will be reaching H at 10 o'clock. So he will be waiting till 10 o'clock here. And then he will start at 10. So 10:48 he will reach H. And this person just finished reaching A at 10:48. So now the HA route is empty. If the HA route is empty, he can immediately take 48 minutes. And he will reach, so 48 minutes, so it will be 11:36. Now who is reaching the last? This 12 p.m. guy. So 8 to 12, that's 4 hours. 4 hours is 240 minutes. That should be your answer. So the option C, 240 should be the answer. Right? Right. So the last question in the set, we are talking about this time 3 people, Ramesh along with his parents. They are supposed to go from M to G, then wait here for 30 minutes, then G to A, wait here for 1 hour, and then A to M. So we need to look at going from A to G M to G first for all 3. So let's start with that, M to G, G to A, and A to M. Yeah, so M to G, then we have G to A, and then we have A to M. So if I want 3 people to go from M to G, so first person, so let me call them as PQR. The first person will go directly MG, 5 kilometers. The second person, I can send them in MTG, total 8 kilometers. Oh, sorry, 7 kilometers. 6 plus 2, no, 8. 8 is correct. Third person, I can send without waiting from MHG. So this will be 4 plus 3, 7 kilometers. So now the total time taken will be 8 kilometers because the highest is 8. 8 by 5, which is 8, 5 ones are 5.6, 1.6 hours. And he is waiting at all three of them. So after 1.6 hours, definitely all of them will be in G. All of them will wait for 30 minutes there. So that is 0.5 hour. So this is 2.1 hours. Time has elapsed. This much time has elapsed. Now everybody is starting from G. I want to go from G. So this is done. First part of journey is done. Now G to A. Now the best way to send 3 people from G to A here is all of them P, Q, R will take GA, GA and GA. This is the best possible way. So GA, the first person will go 2 kilometers without waiting. Second person will have to keep waiting there. If he keeps waiting, he will wait for 2 kilometers travel time and he will travel for 2 kilometers. So total he will take 4 kilometers equivalent time. Third person will also do the same thing. He'll keep waiting for the first 2 people to cross and then he will travel. So that's a total of 6 kilometers equivalent travel time. If you notice, to go from G to A, any other route will be more than 6 kilometers. Any other route will be more than 6 kilometers. That is the reason why we are sending all of them in the same way. So this 6 kilometers basically means 6 by 5, which is 1.2 hours. So add 1.2. So this becomes 3.3 hours. Now after 3.3 hours, all of them are at A. They will wait for 1 hour there. So total is 3.3 plus 1 hour, 4.3 hours. 4.3 hours. Now they have to come back to M. So if you are going to come back to M, there are again multiple routes. P, Q and R, there are multiple routes. I will take one person to go directly from A to M. So A to M will be A to G, G to M. So this will be totally 7 kilometers. Second person, I will ask him to take A to H, H to M. This is totally 8 kilometers. Now both of them can go simultaneously, there is no problem. And the third person, now which way should the third person go? Clearly he has to take the AG way because this is 4 kilometers, so he has to keep waiting for 4, whereas here only 2. But then once the second person or whoever is traveling here has reached this point, he can start from here and come here. So the third person will start from A to G only. But after reaching A to G, what is the best way for him to take? In fact, AG, AGM, AHM and the next person should be AGTM. AGTM will totally travel 6 plus 2 plus 2, so it's a total of 10 kilometers. But here what you need to do is the order is important. Who should start first? We already saw the logic. The higher traveling person is the first person to travel. So he is first to travel. Simultaneously he will also start and these two will go together and he will be the second person. Which means this the Q person is traveling like this, AHM, Q. And A to G, G to T, T to M. This will be the path taken by the person R. And A to G, G to M, this will be the path taken by the person P. Which means P is the person who is going to wait because the first A to G is occupied by R. So this guy will wait for another 2 kilometers equivalent time. So this will still not affect 9 kilometers, whereas we already have a 10 here. So the 10 is what matters. So 10 kilometers they are traveling to come back. So that time equivalent is 10 by 5. This is 2 hours. So this is 2 hours. You're going to have plus 2 hours. So this is totally 6.3 hours. 6.3 hours is 6 hours and 16 to 3, 18 minutes. So 6 hours, 18 minutes from the starting point. So where is that? 6 hours, 18 minutes. The starting point is 9 a.m. 9 plus 6 hours. So that is 3 hours, 18 minutes. So that is 3 hours, 18 p.m. This is not there. Hence the answer is none of the above. Right? So this set, again, it's a bit tricky. The correct order, who should start, that's where the difference comes in. So if you figure that out, you would have got the set. Otherwise, you would have made a lot of mistakes in this particular set.